It's cold. Feels even colder than it was around New Year's. Maybe the wind's stronger? I'm starting to think I should build a wall, or maybe dig myself a new bedroom. With this kind of weather, some birds are even collapsing in the street. Hey, wait. Isn't that one Sakuya? Sakuya? What's wrong? D- don't ask for the details. Just carry me to your miserable abode, I beg of you. Wandering around and collapsing in the street at this time of night doesn't seem like customary practice for an aristocrat. What's happened, Sakuya? Don't tell me your family has fallen from high society. What happened? I shall not say. What were you doing wandering around the wilderness then? I was not wandering. I was on my way here. Be honored. Oh, so this isn't a coincidence after all. Did you want something from me then? No, don't flatter yourself. Uh, uh, should we call your family or something? No. Um, he looks really angry. Listen, don't you dare. Don't you dare call my house. Sakuya, did you run away from home? That sounds bad. No, I simply left of my own volition. Um, isn't that the same thing? Yep. What happened, Sakuya? Tosaka, do you remember when we talked in the music room at school last fall? Yes. What about it? Do you remember what I asked you then? You asked me what I loved. You asked me what I loved. That's right. And you gave me a simple, honest answer right away. And that, that made me jealous. Did I mishear? That's the last thing I'd have expected from him, of all people. I don't understand, Sakuya. Why? I. I'm one of the few, of the pure bloodline. I am ranked higher than any of my siblings. I have been slated to become the next family head since birth. There is no reason I shouldn't be. But you don't want to take your father's place. How did you know that? I mean, it's obvious. It's written all over your face. I love music, but my father does not approve. When I was young, I owned a number of instruments, but he had them all thrown away. Art is not our realm. The joy of creation is the domain of peasants. Our role is to be patrons and promoters of the artists we admire, not to be artists ourselves. A noble who sows his own wheat is a fool. That's not true. I think anyone who can play music should be encouraged, no matter who their parents are. That is because you think with a peasant's values. My world is different from yours. I'm not talking about what peasants think. I'm talking about what I think. What about you, Sakuya? What do you think? What do I think? You speak in riddles. I carry the name of Labelle. To play at applying my own standards and ideas to the world would be a disgrace. But didn't you just say you left the mansion of your own accord? Isn't that applying your own idea to the world? You've contradicted yourself. What do you want to do in life, Sakuya? I must succeed my father as the next family head. No, geez, that's not what I meant. What if you could forget about the LaBelle family and do anything in the world? What would you do then? Forget about the LaBelle family? What mockery is this? We're speaking hypothetically, dummy. If I could do anything in the world, I would continue studying music. I would like to see how far I could go as a musician. He sounds uncharacteristically modest. I was half expecting him to give some rambling speech about how he would unite the world and become king or something. You love music, don't you? If I could hear you play the piano again, I would be very happy, Sakuya. I think you've answered your own question. Answered my own question? Don't be ridiculous. This is a mere fantasy. It has no connection to reality. Have you told your father that you want to continue studying music? Don't be ridiculous. How could I lower myself so? So, you haven't even asked him about it. You wouldn't be lowering yourself, Sakuya. Are you ashamed to love music? You should ask him. It's worth a try, right? Perhaps you are right. I suppose I never would have thought of that if I hadn't talked to you. You were confused about what you wanted, Sakuya. I just gave you a little push. Tosaka. Yes? I'm going to speak with him when I return. If he refuses, would you carry my fallen body to safety one more time? Are you planning to run away for real next time? If it comes to that. I'll follow you anywhere you need to go, Sakuya. You will always have a safe place here, okay? I shall return to you. Thank you, Tosaka. And so he set out across the wilderness once more. I don't know if his father will accept him, or if he really will run away, but I know he will come back to me. And I pray that our future will be a happy one. Wake up! It's morning, Sakuya! Silence! The hall of your fathers has many lumps and sharp rocks, Tosaka. Geez, what are you complaining about? I even got you some straw. Which is to say, I did the best I could for a freeloader. Here, I made breakfast. Your first concert is today, so you need to get ready. He didn't complain about the food. That's an improvement. By the way, what is it? Have you contacted Yuya? You must be joking. I thought so. I have his address. Should I tell him about you? We need not worry him. I have no intention of asking favors of him. I didn't mean... Anyway, let it be. Things are fine as they are. I guess he's still a little chilly about Yuya. Maybe it's still too early. Let us go, Tosaka. Okay. Hello? To Hiyoko. Salutations. I trust you are well. A little bird told me you've been taking care of Sakuya. He's a pain, but I know you'll be able to handle him just fine. I have something to tell him. Something very important. Something I've been meaning to tell him his entire life. Since you're... Well, I guess I'm still a little unsure myself. If he ever says he wants to see me, I'll think it over. When that time comes, let me know, okay? I'll keep in touch. Adieu. Sakazaki Yuya. Alright, and that is the Sakuya ending. I wonder how we're supposed to get Sakuya and Yuya to reconcile. Hmm. Alright, so well, I don't remember how many endings that is now that we've gone through. However, that last ending that we just had with Sakuya, checking the achievements shows that that's his full ending. There's a normal ending for Sakuya. However, this is kind of where we're going to start getting into using a guide a little bit. Up until this point, I hadn't been using a guide. But when it comes to some of these alternate endings and whether or not there's cases that take different routes or anything like that, some of them I'm assuming are eventually going to get to where I'm just not going to be able to figure it out by myself without taking a long time. And I don't want to do that and bog down the Let's Play. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a look at a guide here and there. Other times I'm going to just try to go through based off of what I'm gathering in my intuition, and then I'll let you know, like I am here, when I'm going to be using a guide for things. But when it came to looking at the normal, quote-unquote normal ending for Sakuya, it does the exact same thing. We have to go through the exact same process that we did previously for the other ending that we got, except we can't do a music class. Because if we do a music class, that gets us the sort of full ending. And to make matters a bit more difficult in terms of recording this, the all the normal ending is that it cuts off right before the little epilogue part that we saw, where Sakuya was living with Hiyoko in the cave. Like, that's it. It progresses the exact same way. So I'm going to off-screen kind of fast forward through pretty much all of this stuff, and we'll kind of reiterate, go through right at the end, just so that you can see that we've gone and collected this ending. Alright, so I'll see you here in a little bit at the end, the normal end of Sakuya. Like I said, we'd just be doing the exact same thing that we did last time, just doing different classes and reading all the same stuff, and that just seems like a bit of a redundancy. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so this is a bit different. I had forgotten in the last run we did, where we got the full ending for Sakuya, it was raining on New Year's, so we didn't actually get to do this scene. So I started the recording back up here so that we could go through and see if this had anything different, since we didn't get to go through it last time. And if so, include that, and if not, I'll just continue cutting this out until we get to the sort of quote-unquote normal ending. Nothing different has happened so far. We've just come to the shrine, and we've met Ryota, who is doing all of the stuff and dressed up, working the day here, and is going to give us our amulets. So we're just going to see if there's anything different here. I'd like one for fulfillment in art. Here you go. Thanks, Ryota. Are you here all day today? Yep, the first day's always busy. Oh, well, I was going to ask if you wanted to get lunch together, but... Sorry, Hiyoko. Maybe some other time. Since you're here, why not go get a fortune? They're next to the main building over there. Okay, thanks. See you, Ryota. Okay, so this is Mr. Nanaki. We've got all this normal stuff here. Chickenaville Omen. Let's draw a card. So far, this is the same. Silky Blessing. That's what we got last time. Got a better one than he did. Wait, isn't that... Sakuya? Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? I hadn't thought you were the type. I am here to observe. I may one day be ruling this country, so there is no harm in familiarizing myself with the customs of the masses. That aside, I had heard the rumors, but this place is a battlefield. Some lunatic almost killed me throwing coins earlier. Oh, right, you don't get out too often. Those are offerings. Yes, I'm aware. The custom was created by a secret policeman during the Edo period, I believe. I never knew. I understand that the coins thrown by this policeman also inspired the shuriken later used by ninja all across the country. To begin the year by testing each other's reflexes and deadly monetary skirmishes, Japan truly is a brutal country. He gazes with mixed admiration and fear at the donations falling into the shrine box. Correcting him would be a pain, so I think I'll leave it at that. Okay, so we're here nearing the end of this conversation with Sakuya, right before he ends off and leaves, and we promise that he has a place here. So this is just kind of to see that we've gotten this ending, and I can confirm, aside from that extra little scene at the shrine, everything has been exactly the same. There has been no extra scenes, no additional things that have happened for this particular ending. So let's go ahead and go through it. Are you planning to run away for real next time? If it comes to that. I'll follow you anywhere you need to go, Sakuya. You will always have a safe place here, okay? I shall return to you. Thank you, Tosaka. And so he set out across the wilderness once more. I don't know if his father will accept him, or if he really will run away. But I know he will come back to me. And I pray that our future will be a happy one. Yep, okay, and it just ends there instead of going into this sort of epilogue with him living with us and getting the letter from Yuya. Okay, so that's that ending. Wanted to get that kind of wrapped up and cleared up before we move on to some of the other endings. So, there you go. We'll see what happens next.